Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Europa Universalis for the Kingdom of God! Playing as the Papal State, currently fighting against Venice because there's at least a couple provinces I would like to take, Crete being one of them, so we can launch an assault against the Mamluks a bit easier in the future, if the opportunity arrives. Also get Istria for trade, and maybe clear out a little bit of the border gore, I don't know. No Pope hat! Oh, frick, I gotta... Where's my Pope hat? Can't do anything without this thing, it's so stinking important. Okay. So, all is looking well on this front. This war should be very, very easy for us. At the end of the day, I'm okay with taking a little bit land, just because I know it's aggressive expansion, but I need to own more of northern Italy, dang it. So I'm thinking I might actually take over Brescia and Bergamo over here, before Milan has a chance at taking it. And this will end up going nicely into what will be eventually a good state, if I ever decide I want to eat up Mantua. Might want to do that, might not, we will see. Let's see, Tuscany can't turn a state there. I could go for some early military tech, very early military tech, and that would be nice to get some innovativeness. It really would. But, that's a bit much. That's a bit expensive. Let's instead hire up a general. Okay, a siege value general is pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and toss you on this guy since I'm sending him over here to Knossos to help siege that down. And actually, we can actually do a mission for the Diet. I forgot about that. Let's get those estates happy. What do we want? Spoleto with base tax, make England like me, or build a workshop in Verona. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, if it gets me base 1 production in Verona, then it actually will increase the value of said, where is Verona, by the way? There it is. Of said province anyway, so we might as well build a marketplace there. Actually, we're already building a workshop. You love the missions that complete themselves, don't ya? Oh, colonialism's a thing now. Something I want to do is go to France, by the way. I have too many favors. I could start asking for things, but what I'm going to do is start asking for trust. Because here's something I'm a little worried about, right? If Austria rivaled them, then there's a good chance in the future that France plans on rivaling Austria. And if they do that, while also being allied to my rival, Poland, there's a good chance we lose the alliance with France, which would really suck. So I'm going to go ahead and just start boosting up a little bit of trust here and there, because that gives them more reasons to maintain the alliance, and pray that I don't lose that, because that would suck. There's the mission. Man, we got that at like the perfect freaking time, didn't we? I love it. Columbian exchange, yeah. So, question, where did colonialism spawn? In Portugal, okay. Well, it should get up toward me fairly quickly, I think. What do we actually need to get any progress on this? Port capital. I got nothing here. Nothing's gonna help me with this, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little while before colonialism can get to me. That sucks, but it's not really surprising. If you're not playing as one of the Western European powers, like the odds of you getting it just feel a little bit on the low side. Lighting's not fantastic over here, is it? I do hope, by the way, that the video quality is a little bit improved in this particular video. Something that Angle pointed out to me, and he was correct on this, is in the last few videos, while you could still see pretty well what was going on, some of the lettering was just a smidge blurry, so I looked into it, and it turns out that some of the default recording settings I had for OBS, specifically for EU4, were a little wrong, and it was basically recording at a lower bit rate. So now I've basically increased the file size by an order of magnitude to try and get significantly more graphical fidelity in these videos. So I apologize if that bothered some folks, but we should be good to go now. Let's go ahead and transfer some troops over here to Crete. I lost an advisor. No. What do I want? Unrest? I don't have a lot of unrest anyway. I mean, I guess I could go for a level 3 advisor here. Level 3 advisors are really good. This guy would not pay for himself easily, but I have the money. The reason you like getting level 3 advisors, and actually having a production and a trade efficiency guy might spawn off a nice event. So there's that too, I think. Or is it tax and trade? I don't remember. Anyway, one of the reasons you like having level 3 advisors is there's a chance that level 3 advisors are going to give you random events that increase things like your stability, or just give you a whole load of monarch points, which is pretty darn awesome. And we like that. Trade efficiency plus 10% should result in me getting a bit of extra money. I do have some loans I can go ahead and just preemptively pay off. Now, one thing we've said we want to do is pop the golden era before the age... Oh, God. Ha! Before the age of Reformation begins. Because, as a Catholic nation, I'm going to have a really hard time meeting any of the splendor requirements, so getting a golden age will be really tough. So we might as well enjoy this now, because I don't expect this game is going to go all the way to the age of absolutism. Or, I mean, it could, but it doesn't have to. So we'll pop this now while I can. Perfect timing. Beautiful. We have access to a muskrat company. No, it's a musket company. I know what it is. It's just more fun to call it a muskrat company, right? Let's go siege down Ragusa next. Just knock that out of the way. We are landing over here in Crete. Ba-boom. And this war is definitely over. Let's see if we can go capture some of the Venetian ships. There you go. Destroy. What do we get? We captured nothing. We sank a couple of ships. Protestantism is entrenched, which means that Lent is no longer going to be followed as strictly, so the price of fish goes down. Still plenty of supply, nowhere near as much demand. Boom, that's how it works. We do not need to be spying on Venice anymore. Could get rid of the spy network here, I guess. Unless we want to get one more claim on them after the war's done, but, like, really, why? What I'd rather do is go ahead and start spying on the Mamluks, so on the off chance the Ottomans attack the Mamluks, we are ready to jump in on that ASAP. I won't have any allies able to help me, but that shouldn't matter. We should still be able to just obliterate. Ships, please go blockade Ragusa. Let's just make this a bit faster. And someone else has invested in the tech. I don't think... Well, no, I still could get all the innovativeness if I wanted to. If I pick it up within the next year or so. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to justify going so far ahead of time on tech unless you have a glut of Monarch points, which we kind of do. We're about to get capped out. But I'd rather just go ahead and have some manpower and make it worthwhile building some barracks in a few locations, you know? Also, by doing this, we're technically helping to spread an, colonialism. We could be focusing on, like, one particular province, like my capital, and boost that up, and get a little bit of free progress, right? You could do things like that. Which is okay. Or, what you do with your extra Monarch points, your military power, is just start farming out extra generals so you can get extra professionalism, so you can slacken standards for manpower if you need to, or just enjoy that extra fire damage reduction. That also can work. Really up to you, though. I'm going to improve relations with France a bit. I'm just worried about getting that alliance lost at some point. There's no guarantee it happens, but it totally could. Let us train up 5 more cannons, I think. I'd like to be up in my, See, there it is. That's exactly what I was talking about right there. France has rivaled Austria. As France gets stronger, there's a good chance they're going to have a chance to swap around some of their rivalries. I suppose, maybe, after this war, I could swap away from Poland as a rival, since I don't benefit from that anymore. We'll see. In the meantime, let's trade some more trust and try to keep this up. Yeah, my opinion with them has dropped a fair bit. Allied to rival, minus 25 there. I'm really hoping it doesn't come down to me having to choose between Austria-Hungary and France, because I want both. They're very important I have both. Why? Oh, there goes Norway. Reason is, 1, Austria-Hungary is strong. Are they stronger than France? No. But the reason you like them is I plan on conquering a lot of territory in northern Italy, and by having them as allies, the aggressive expansion is much more manageable, so they're not going to cause a lot of problems. I want to have them as an ally so I can continue to conquer. Same thing in France. But France is stronger, and also be put in a very good situation for me to use against Castile and Aragon in the near future. So there's a lot of advantages to that. Can we please freaking finish up with Ragusa already? Good lord. Let's go ahead and start transferring our siege general over there. And also bring our troops home. Bring the boys home! I know you all have been enjoying your time in Crete. It's great, but no. Papa Pravus needs a little bit of coffee since it is first thing in the morning. Bean me. Alright, well, nothing to be done for right now. Let's just pray that this freaking works. Keep that trust going. I got lots of favors. I'm okay with sacking a lot of them if it keeps my trust really high. Because every 1 trust over 50 is 1 more reason for the AI to keep an alliance, I believe. How do I remember that? It's been freaking forever since I had to worry about that. I have no idea. I could repay this loan. Sure, we'll do that. Ragusa trained up some troops and they're dead again. Gained some corruption. It's unfortunate, but not a big deal. Portugal's a world power, but I've lost it. Well, that's only because I haven't embraced colonialism yet. If you want to send some colonialism my way, you know, that'd be great. All right, Ragusa's being a little bit of an annoyance. I don't really want to take Ragusa. I think it's going to end up being too much trouble. Let's see what would happen as far as piecing out if I took these provinces. Because these are the ones I think I would care about the most. Coalition is definitely a thing. but it's only a thing for a couple of months. If we hold out until January, at least about half of those countries would not be able to join. It does obviously slow me down from being able to, you know, continue fighting in northern Italy, but we also have, I think, how many years do we have until I can fight Lucca again? 1509. Yeah, I got 7 years for the aggressive expansion to go down, and I can't do anything in the meantime. So we might as well wait. Ignore some tax issues or gain autonomy. I mean, Firenze is not a state, but it is 23 development anyway. I can afford to just accept... I don't want... It's already 90%. What's another 10% autonomy, really? I mean, it's very little. If it were a state, it'd be a different thing. I'm the papal controller! That's huge! Okay, fantastic timing there, because my aggressive expansion just got reduced by like 20%. 20 freaking percent. Let's curry some more favors with France, by the way. Keep that going for a bit. It's now January. We're a sinner! Well, who elected me Pope? Nah, I'm happy with it, though. It's pretty good. So that coalition is more manageable. Not as good as I would have thought, considering a 20% reduction is still huge. But okay. Question, if I preemptively hand this occupation off to the Knights, will that result in a little less aggressive expansion for me? Not really. Actually, if anything, I think it's technically a little bit more. That's funny. At that point, we might as well also just freaking pillage the capital and say, screw it. It's not going to add any new members. War reps, can't take your trade power, but you're not going to have much by the time we're done with you. Take some cash. And the rest of this seems alright with me. Okay, so we're going to do all this. Doink. We take a fair bit of land away. March the boys on home. We can do a papal bull. You know what I would like? Institution spread and cost reduction. Makes things a little bit easier. We have some coring to do. Lucy! You have some coring to do. Alright, so the real question is now, France, we cool? Are we cool, France? I just need to know if we're cool. Alright, so that's Navy's there. How much more naval force can I get? Obviously, the stronger we are, too, the more reasons an ally has to stick with you. If we were to train up another couple of light ships, that would be money, as well as a little bit more naval power. We're still fairly far ahead of time on some of this. Nothing I can do over there. Neapolitan particularists have fired. We can go kill them real quick. That's still mostly cannons. Forget that. We need our actual forces to come together, please. Mercenaries. Blah, blah, blah. Milan wants money. No. I can seize lands. The nobility would be peeved at me, which would hurt my manpower regeneration, which does suck. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Who's the emperor still, by the way? Saxony? But it looks like there's a chance... Well, okay, it's a pretty divided electorate next time. Saxony still is likely to become the emperor again. That changes the equation a little bit if I have to stay allied to Austria. Because if France is strong enough with Poland's help and has favors, they can attack the HRE. And if I'm allied to the emperor, guess who gets called in against France-Poland? I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea at all. So... yeah. Fabricate claims on... You know what? Cyprus isn't bad. What we want to do really is get a claim, but also increase our coring range to get closer to Jerusalem. So it'd be a lot easier for us to take the Holy Land for the Holy Trinity achievement at some point. Alright, I got a spare diplomat. I guess I can improve with some outraged countries for a bit. I could continue spying on the Mamluks. I think they only had 3 dev provinces left. I don't really care, but alright. Hey, France, how you doing? You trust me a lot, right? I'm highly trustworthy. I am. Can we improve relations with you anymore? I feel like we haven't been making any progress on you. Yeah, we can go up a little bit. All right. Units to suffer casualties. Well, we're taking some attrition. Let's go ahead and move down here into Roma and begin the drilling once again. So now we have a little bit of cash to sit on. More production's not bad. There's not any trade provinces I feel like I really need. Do we have a state that I could boost up the trade power? If I were to state Lucca, sorry, in Firenze and Pisa, that would be worth a lot, but I don't know about that. I think we can just go ahead and spend some more money on barracks for manpower and on a little bit more production in Padova. Production's just good. Across the board, production is good. Not only do I get extra money simply from the fact that I am producing goods and I get taxes out of that, but also it increases the value of a trade node that I dominate at the moment, which means I get even more money from that. Max out relations with France is great. A liaising advisor. Seek better relations or get prestige. I guess I'd rather just take the prestige? Question mark? I would like a pocket CB to use against Mantua. Would I? Maybe. Mantua would be a very good state for me. The problem is Mantua is 22 development, but it's an important center of trade, and I'd own an entire state, and I can make a lot of money out of that. Wouldn't be bad, just, doesn't really help me in my goal to becoming the Kingdom of God. How many provinces do we need, by the way? 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need Genoa, we need Milano, and we need Torino. That's all we need. Betray Milan, fight Savoy, take Genoa. See, the thing is, I can't fight Savoy or Genoa or Lucca for a few years. I don't want to betray Milan yet. It's to my advantage to make them the last to betray. So really, what do I gain out of that? Genoa is at war with the Ottomans. That's unfortunate. I guess they would like to have Azov over here. Did these guys just break free, or what happened there? Herzegovina declares war on Venice. Cute. Well, understandable. Have a good day. I guess. Alright, well, so far France hasn't threatened to break my alliance. As long as I keep relations nice and high with them, I think we're okay for now. Florence exists? Well, Siena failed to prevent them from having a revolution and breaking free. That's hilarious. We have a claim on them. Let's just go kill them right now. I know that's aggressive expansion, but come on. When you have opportunities for a single state with no allies to just literally come out here. They have no troops. Let's just freaking kill them. Literally. By the way, Genoa, very stupid choice to ask me for military access. Why? Because you just gave the Ottomans the right to walk right through here. That's why. Alright, we do not need anything except for cannons, because they literally can't train any infantry. Unless they have literally rebels spawn, we're fine. So we're just gonna go ahead and take this province. It's free. Free real estate, dude. It's free real estate. How could I say no? Pretty soon we can get one more claim. I want to claim on Darna specifically, because this would give me the ability to fabricate. If I took Darna, I'd be able to fabricate claims on Fezzan and Tunis, and maybe fight some wars. For a second, I was terrified those are the actual rebels I was afraid of. I'd be able to fabricate claims and start pushing into Northern Africa in the future, if I wanted to. Which I'm not even sure if I do, but it's an option. Okay, so we have that now. Also, Siena has been once again reduced to being a single tiny state. Oh, how the ambitious have fallen. Am I right? Yep. Hey, question. If I declared war on Castile, France would join. So would Milan. Those numbers are looking pretty good there, bud. I'm just saying we could fight Aragon. We could feed all of Sicily off to Naples, get their cores. Ha 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 ha. That'd be pretty nice. I do want to do that. It's aggressive expansion, and it slows down the Kingdom of God. But again, I'm not rushing it. I know people have technically been able to beat this achievement within 60 years or less. I'm not going for that. I'm not. It doesn't matter. Hey, we should give you a general real quick. Let's do that. Boom. Kill these guys, get some loyalty going with Naples. Thank you. Speaking of loyalty, if we stopped asking them to divert trade, we would be looking a little bit better here. Something I do want to do is set the war policy to basically be supportive, make sure that my allies always stack up with me. That'd be good. Let's continue boosting relations with, I don't know, outraged countries for a little bit, get them into the positive. Because we're about to make things a smidge worse. Just a smidge. Peace, take, coalition, manageable. It doesn't really change at all. You got 30 ducats, yoink. Alright, so that's done. Thank you. And that's one more province that would go into a pretty nice state if we want to eat Lucca or Siena in the future. Lucca being the most valuable of the two by far. Or, if we stated it, knowing, of course, that it's only 3 out of 5 provinces, we could start upgrading the trade centers. How far are we off on some tech? I don't know if I want to spend the admin power on that yet. I'm not losing stability. I'd rather lose the government reform progress. Obviously, it's fun to have government reform, but yeah. New monarch for the Mamluks. I'm really hoping the Ottomans get bold and decide to kill you. The Ottomans are what's stronger. They usually have missions to go and fight over Syria. It'll happen eventually. I know it will. More Neapolitans? You guys are revolting. You really are. I look forward to annexing you, but I'm not going to annex Naples until I've given them all their cores. Although that's a thing to say right there. The reason to go for a war against Aragon now, get the cores and begin the annexation process of Naples sooner so I can just eat the rest of the boot and then I have one less relation to worry about. I think I'm okay with putting the achievement on hold in order to just greatly increase my own power, and then it's just a bunch of free states. Free states, dude. I mean, we like free states. Free states are great. Yeah, I think we have to go to war with Castile. Pulling in France. Preferably even pulling in Austria. I mean, I've got enough favors, I could do that. Also, my relations with Austria appear to be dropping like a stone. Hang on. Let's go ahead and improve those a little bit as well. Don't feel like losing that, at least until he becomes emperor. If he becomes emperor, which right now is not looking likely, I might want to consider dropping that relationship. Might. We'll see. Augsburg is a cardinal, that's great. How are we doing as far as the odds of becoming papal controller? If we spend some money with get some corruption and stuff, we could get ourselves another cardinal. Bit expensive, but you know what? I'll do it. The more cardinals I have, the better my chance of becoming the papal controller again in the future. And that 20% reduction is just so good. It's so good. The Ottomans have sieged down Corsica. Lucca allied Savoy. So fleets are going to be going home during war, at least until I decide what to do with them. We wanted to go and help against the Neapolitans. Just get rid of this so that Naples is happy with me, because you do get some reduced liberty desire from them if you help with things like that. Okay. So, wartime? Aragon has a lot of troops that are drilling at the moment. If I had my fleet set up right here, so that they couldn't bring their fleet out, we'd have a chance to rush over, grab Messina. It has a fort, it's maintained, so we couldn't get to their troops. But we could trap all of Aragon's troops so that they can't go anywhere, until such a time that I'm then able to kill them, while France deals with Castile proper. That would split off a huge chunk of their troops so they can't reinforce, and France can run literally rampant. I'm just saying, this seems like the right strategic decision. Even if it slows down the achievement run, it's the right strategic decision for a regular game. Colonialism has spread in Rome. How? No, literally, how did I get it in Rome? What was giving me progress? Cardinals spread the institution! Is that my papal bull doing that? It does! Oh, that's great! Okay, so we're gonna be able to get colonialism pretty soon then. That's actually fantastic. Fan-flippantastic. So hi, Aragon! I want to do reconquest wars against you, calling in France and Milan. For Messina, I guess. Hey, Austria. Distant war. Okay, hang on. We can turn that around. I'm gonna spend some favors, because at this point, why not just have overwhelming force and beat the ever-loving snot out of them and get that war score up as high as possible? So we'll spend some favors, boost that up, get prepared for war. Now we should be able to call them in too, and I won't have to do almost any of the fighting. That is overwhelming force. Now, if I co-belligerize Portugal, for some reason I can't. That's probably because I'm attacking a vassal or a personal union instead directly. I think that's the reason why, for whatever reason. It's fine, I don't want to fight England anyway. Boop, boop, boop. Fight over Messina. Time to cry! Let's go get him. Cross over here into Messina. Can't fight you. You're gonna get your morale back up, but that's fine. Let's group up the Navy for a little bit. Military tech. If we wait a few months, we can go for this. I could go ahead of time on it, but I won't get any innovativeness, so why bother? The Italian Wars is a thing. Ooh, colonial nations. The Caribbean. Yeah, that's one reason, by the way, to fight Iberia before they get a lot of colonial nations. Like, fight them early in the game if you can. Take the land that we need, because they're only going to get stronger. Okay, now people are joining coalitions because, I mean, I'm fighting a bunch of big world powers. But, like, whatever. What are you gonna do? All my other buddies are fighting. We're good. We got allies for days. Witch trials? Burn the witch! No, I will gain a stability, absolutely. +3 stability, it's good. Not only do we have lower unrest, which is still there, by the way. Arezzo's a bit of a problem. But also, we get more money. It's a win-win. Stability's good. I mean, we'll have to deal with Siena at some point. But they're gonna fire off over here, where I already have a fort. I do want to get rid of a fort somewhere, by the way. Probably this one, or no. Maybe get rid of the one in Urbino, because the zone of control is still pretty good, and build one in Modena instead. I need to get rid of the one in Ferrara, too. I'm just trying to think, how can I get better fort coverage for less cost? The answer is, delete the one in Urbino, because we already are going to have what we want from Arezzo in a defensive province. Get rid of Ferrara, because it's terrible. Build it in Modena instead, which is hills. Similar zone of control, more defensive. Yes. That is what we do. And I will get rid of the one in Urbino now. Why pay for it? There, see? Big brain plays, or something, I don't know. Siena's probably going to be an issue in a little bit, but whatever. Whatever. Hey, France, you got him? Go get him. Use your Elan. You've got Elan, by the way, I assume. Oh, yeah, they do. 20% morale. It's almost unfair. Bada bada boom. Can we do another mission soon? Not for a couple months. I want to seize more crown land, but one more mission, if we do that, or just pop the button first, should mean the nobility don't rise up against me. Colonialism in Siena. Fun! Oh, there's Messina. Ottomans just declared war on Mamluks. We're occupied at the moment, but we're gonna have aggressive expansion in Europe to burn down for a few years. If we can finish this war quickly, and the Mamluks are looking absolutely beat down, which they should be, this is our opportunity to run in, grab Alexandria, and just take Jerusalem. I don't need much. I only need like 2 provinces. Maybe 3. Something like that. Okay, big navy. It's time to run. No, run. No, run. No, run. Run! Okay, I lost a ship. I lost a transport. Not a big deal. I don't want to fight against the Castilian Navy. They got 6 heavies. I got what I need, which is control of the strait. We should be able to chase down and kill his troops right now. That's a stack wipe. Split, please. Whoa, there's Siena. Let's go ahead and siege this down real quick. So, Siena being a thing, Milan and such might actually help me with that. I don't really want you guys to help me down here in Sicily. That's not important. So tell you what. Austria, objective here. Milan. There you are. Assign here. France is already kind of working on it, so who cares? All we need to do is clear this stuff out so the AI has no reason to go far away from the fighting and instead pop up over this direction. In the meantime, wait a few weeks. And it's time for some tech, right? Hello? Is colonialism really that bad? Tell you what, I'm not going to take the tech, because we will be able to embrace this pretty soon as is. Let's get another general just in case. Some pretty good fire value coming out of that. I like it. But yeah, we don't need to embrace that yet until I get the next institution of colonialism. And I think I can probably steal enough money in this that that's not going to be an issue. There we go. All right, so all we can get over here, taken. Could transport over to Malta or into this, but that requires risking my navy, and I don't know where Castile's navy went. Milan is killing the Sienese for me, thank you. We won't get a lot of war score from seizing down the rest, so we ignore that. We've got what we need as far as a ticking war score. Let's go ahead and start marching our troops up here, and we'll go fight Spain. Okay, so this is looking great. if we can finish this fast, I will go for a war against the Mamluks, start building up a power down here in Alexandria, but most importantly, take Jerusalem. We might be able to finish up the Holy Trinity achievement pretty early, and then I just have to sit back and just, well, wait for the truces and the aggressive expansion to tick down, and we'll be done. Looking good, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.